know, as long as we got the internet, you're going to have three things. You're going to have Mike versus Kobe, Mike versus LeBron, and Scottie Pippen inserting himself in there when nobody even asked. Except for this time, somebody did ask, man, hey, this is one of the questions that was asked. Would you put yourself ahead of LeBron James? And Scottie Pippen definitely answered that question, and we're going to see what he did, break it down, talk about this whole thing and all that and more in 1 second. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video and comment y'all thoughts down below, because y'all already know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all, man. We're gonna start off with this Scottie Pippen talking about Mike right here, and then we're gonna then we'll go on to Scottie Pippen was asked some questions about him versus LeBron and who you think people would choose and all of that. And yeah, we just gonna kick it, man. Holler at him.
I will say Michael, he was built different.
I don't think nobody can
24/7.
I think nobody can really argue with that.
Not too many people are built like that.
Right. Not too many people are psychos. Right.
At any level and at anything.
Anything. I mean, tiddlywinks. He put money on the floor.
When you look at these players in today's era, being LeBron, there's really no comparison.
No comparison?
The level of
at all?
competitiveness.
At all?
Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness.
Okay.
And sort of exposed it out to the world within 12 to 14 years.
All right.
We saw his whole resume, his competitiveness, his
even though it took a little time off, but it's cool.
What he's want to do. When someone like LeBron has to spread that out for 20 plus years, it's not the same drive. It's not the same fight. It's not the same hunger. And so when people try to make those comparisons of those two players, it's like talking to someone in the front seat and the back seat.
I mean, I agree that Mike and LeBron are two different players or what have you, but I mean, you saying spread, I'm just paraphrasing. He's saying that Mike concentrating, I guess this is what he's trying to say, because he can't say that it takes a lot of competitiveness to go for 23 years at anything. Like, you gotta be really like that or really want to do what you're doing to do anything for 23 years. Let's just get that out there right now. But I think what he's trying to say is that if you take the competitiveness and when you have to spread it out over 23 years, maybe he's saying it gets diluted or what have you. So you got Mike's concentrated competitiveness over 12 to 14 years or something like that. I really don't know. But I think that's what he's trying to say. He's saying that it was more meaningful when it was Mike, probably, because when it was Mike, it was concentrated, whereas it's LeBron. Maybe we got LeBron fatigue or something like that, bro. I really don't know. I think that might be what it is. He's been so great for so long, and he's been loved, hated, all that. Dude, since he's 13 years old, had the weight of the world, of the basketball world on his shoulders, and all he did was live up to it. And in most people's eyes, some people he can never live up to it, and that is fine. But like, and then to act like that he don't have as much competitive fire, and you're still competing and trying to win a championship in year 23 or 24. When you could really just get on a team and try to coast and just do whatever and just not do you know what I'm saying, just get your 15 points, put these records to where they can't be caught or anything like that. And like, I don't know, man. He's still trying to win championships at 41, and they still have expectations for this man at 41. Can he just live? I mean, it just is what it is. Just think about that. 41 years old, and they're still looking like he went there, so it's a super team now. And if he doesn't win, then it's a failure. Like, bro, and it's still ring chasing at that point. But hey, it is what it is. Also, Scottie had this to say, because they asked some questions about him versus LeBron or what have you. And hey, we gonna see what he had to say. Talk to him, Scottie.
When you say you're the greatest of all time, in the GOAT debate, that's still saying that you're ahead of Michael. So your position is still in the game of NBA. You're the greatest of all time all around.
I know Scottie didn't. I know Scottie didn't say that bullshit. I know he didn't say that bullshit. Did he really say that, bro? Like, or is he just talking about it, making it a matter of perspective or whatever? Because the only thing I got to say is, there ain't no way Scottie said that he's the greatest of all. Maybe he's just talking about the GOAT debate or whatever, but go ahead.
I'm speaking from a team standpoint.
Would you put yourself ahead of LeBron?
As a team standpoint.
Would you put yourself ahead of LeBron as a team standpoint?
Team standpoint.
My success as a team is more successful than LeBron.
You can't deny that. A championship is a team accolade, and as a team, from a team perspective, he's definitely in front of LeBron if we just talking about rings. But so is Steve Kerr and Big Shot Rob and guys like that. So
6 rings.
Who are in front of you guys?
Okay, so then if I talk to an NBA owner, by the way, this is very helpful because
Okay.
I realize
I'm loving it.
this is very helpful because for me as a fan, I've followed this. So
See what he's
if
talking
I
about.
speak from an NBA standpoint, owner, and I want to find an all-around player to be my number one, you think the average owner is going to pick
See what he's
you
saying?
or LeBron?
He better not say that they're going to pick him. He better not say that he thinks that they will pick him, because the only thing I'll be able to say to that was, now I do get what some people are going to say is that Pippen was a competitor. Pippen had defense also. He was the original point forward, all that. But, and I don't disagree with any of that, but LeBron is 2.0, and a lot of times 2.0, not all the time because we ain't found another Mike yet, let's be real. But a lot of times 2.0 is going to be better than 1.0. But let's see what he got to say.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Pip! I used to want to be Pip, man. Come on, Pip. It ain't no way. I used to have a box fade and everything when I was little because, hey, he was team light skin for the win. Bro, it ain't no way you just said that, Pip. Pip!
Stop the cap.
that
You want individual accolades or you want championships? Because I didn't chase mine.
okay, and
He said he didn't chase
Stop the
his.
cap.
You didn't chase championships, or you didn't chase the championships that you got? Because we know you chased the championship and we got the receipts, Pip. But hey,
that's
we
an
gonna
argument that LeBron went to Miami. He went back to Cleveland to win with Kyrie, and then he went back to LA to win with Anthony Davis. All are, Michael never had teammates like that, and you had Mike.
Yeah, okay, it is what it is. I guess we just completely forgot that Scottie Pippen went to the Blazers or whatever. And I don't understand why people be wanting to talk about the I didn't chase mine. Bro, Pip, you didn't have to chase it because everybody came to play with you and Mike. Y'all had guys that were chasing it. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all had Dennis Rodman come over there. You had Tony Kukoc. Y'all recruited him after he was busting ass when y'all played him in Team USA, and they was like, hey, yo, go get that Croatian because we need him on our team. Y'all went and got look, Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, all the best. If you look at some of the best three-point shooters in the history of the game, they were all on that Bulls team. John Paxson, one of them. Steve Kerr got the highest percentage three-pointer of all time. My guy, Craig Hodges, before they booed him out the NBA. BJ Armstrong, I want to say BJ Armstrong joined us up there too. Only person that probably played around him that really didn't have no decent three-point percentage, I want to say was Randy Brown and probably Ron Harper, but that ain't the point. But Ron Harper was killing in Cleveland and all of that before he hurt his knees and on the Clippers and all, but it is what it is. But anyway, what we want to talk about is, he said he ain't chase his. Bro, listen, I know that people probably don't even look at us as a super team or none of this stuff right here, but we gonna look at this right here because I want to tell y'all something. That 99-2000 Trailblazers team that Pip went to, first of all, I don't think that anybody was ever like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I was there when it happened. I know that Blazers team was really good, but I don't think that they felt like when Pip got there, okay, now we're going to win the title because Pip is here. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And I don't think the title expectations were on them because he was there. And he was closer to his prime than LeBron is. Now, conversely, people are trying to say that LeBron, if he don't, like, in year at 41 and year 24, that if he don't win the title this year, his whole career is a failure. And that's crazy to me. But hey, this is who was on that team. And I know that the stats look skewed just because, but we're gonna talk about all that in a second. So that season, this was that season right there. Pip scored 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Everything was different back then, so we'll talk about that. Rasheed, 17 points a game. You got so Rasheed Wallace, we know what he does. Arvydas Sabonis was regarded as, this is the reason for the Dream Team, because when he bust them boys' ass when they played, I think it was USSR at that time, and they didn't let him come over, and he got drafted by the fucking Atlanta Hawks, and they wouldn't let him come to the Hawks, man. And then he had to wait 10 years, and then he was like 31 when he was a rookie or what have you by the Portland Trail Blazers, but they didn't want to let him come to the Hawks. We could have been great. I'm still pissed about that, and y'all can tell it just is what it is. I got PTSD behind that. But anyway, Arvydas Sabonis was regarded, but he was older at that point, but he still was rookie of the year, a rookie of the year and an all-star and all of that. And then speaking of the dang on Atlanta Hawks, Mr. Steve Smith, he 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, what have you. Then Damon Stoudemire, who couldn't stay on the court in crunch time because he just didn't play any defense, 11.9, so 12 points a game. Bonzi Wells was coming off the bench, and if you think Bonzi wasn't giving Kobe buckets in that Western Conference Final Series, you didn't watch it. He was giving them fits. He was playing good defense, as good as you can play on him, and he was giving them buckets. Detlef Shrimp, one of the best to ever do it, and that's what he scored that game. Brian Grant was unstoppable. J.O. couldn't even get on, Rasheed and Brian Grant was so good that J.O. couldn't even get on the court. G.A. is a solid player. Plastic Man, a good player, a solid player. We ain't even worried about Joe Klein and everybody else right there. But the guys that actually got PT and playing time, bro, that's a squad right there. That's those averages, and then career averages. Pippen's career average was 16. Rasheed career average 14. Arvydas 12. Steve Smith 14. Damon Stoudemire 13. Bonzi, and I know somebody will probably be like, this team ain't that good, or Bonzi 12. Detlef 13, Brian Grant 10, J.O. 13, but we know J.O. was scoring like 30 and 10 when he went to the Indiana Pacers. A lot of that is just late in his career. G.A. with 7, Stacey Augmon 8, and then but look though, this is what you got to keep in mind. It was a different time back then, and basketball it changed a lot. Like that year, the average points for a team was 97.5. The average points on average, the Blazers averaged exactly the league average, 97.5. The points that they allowed was 91. Now the average points per game right now is 115 points per game. They're almost scoring 20 more points per game than what they normally score. So if you were to extrapolate that out over this season right here, when what was this the playoff averages 20 more points per game, there's a lot of points to go around for Steve Smith get 4 more points a game, Rasheed get 4 more points, Scottie get 6. So what's that? That's like 14 points, and then you give a couple of points. So that's a lot of points to go around, is all I'm saying, man. But anyway, the only thing I'm trying to say is, and then I forgot, they ended up picking up the next year, people was coming there trying to find a way to do it, because Ruben Patterson came over there, and they had they swore he was the Kobe stopper or whatever, but that really didn't pan out or whatever, man. But anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know what Pip was on, man. I know he was doing this thing, and I'm a big Scottie Pippen fan, so I can't hate on that. But I just felt like, come on, bro, can we give LeBron his flowers at some point in time? I know some people never gonna do it. They're gonna be like,
hey, LaBoo ain't never gonna even be able to hold Mike's jock strap or whatever.
I ain't got no problem with that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But come on, man, why is Scottie Pippen always in these conversations just because he played with Mike? And then they always ask him, why is he being compared to LeBron or whatever? I guess that would be that is a better comparison if you want to really talk point forward versus point forward, because Mike and LeBron are 2 different players. You have to really compare Mike and Kobe. But yeah, I just think it's a fun conversation. It's always funny because Scottie is always in it, and he's somewhere, and people swear that he can't stand Mike. So at first he was giving LeBron all the love, but when you ask him about him, he gonna say, hey, it's gonna be me, man. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be him. And I can't even get mad at that, man, because that's how it is. We gonna, Hey, LeVar Ball said he could have beat Mike, never lost. Never lost. And we already know what that is. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We dropping this type heat every day of the week. I just thought it was an interesting conversation, and I love the fact that Pip is always finding himself in the middle of it. But let me know what y'all think. I'm going to holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.